We can just hang out. Let's play D&D instead, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, Calvin, where we left off, the big revelation, the cliffhanger of the evening, was that Layla had snuck you into an office, and there was a smell, familiar smelled like gnat, in one of the drawers.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, you rolled a natural 20 on your perception check
Yep.
to search this room.
For the snifferys.
Yeah, so when you finish sniffering this room, you notice two things. One, there's a smell of something that smells like it's been in contact with gnat in the middle drawer on this desk. Two, smells like there's another person in the room, but you can't see them.
Uh-oh.
I suspected this was the case, but I don't know this.
And I didn't drop that secondary piece of knowledge on you last week.
Okay. Kelrick's going to bark and then lie on the floor and then put his paws over his eyes.
Aww.
So he goes from scratching at the desk and like trying to get your attention to the desk, Layla, barks and then flops down on the ground, puts his paws over his eyes.
Can I like roll something to try to interpret that?
Animal handling?
Okay.
Just not on your camera. Cool.
Well, I'm proficient in animal handling.
Well, that's handy.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. But I got a +5 to it, so I got a 9.
Maybe he thinks you should hide. Maybe he's feeling embarrassed about a conversation you had earlier. Maybe it's a lot of things.
I choose to express that embarrassment now.
Yeah, now.
So he panics, scratching at a desk. Then he lays down, covers his eyes.
He scratches at the desk and then like backs away from the desk, and then barks and lays down and covers his eyes.
Thank you, Kelrick. That's quite kind. Keep your eyes closed, sir. Sir Puffers. I have to go to the restroom.
Aww. No.
Beautiful.
So I'm gonna take that as a cue to,
Kelrick immediately uncovers his eyes and shakes his head and then does the action again.
just close your eyes, you little mutt. Stop looking at me pee. And, I'm gonna try to, like,
Uh-oh.
try to, you know, because I asked for a powder room, but I kind of, well, there could be spies. Because this is, I mean, fucking imps are invisible, right? So,
Imps are invisible.
I'm gonna keep it up and try my best to
Oh,
pee.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna give up. And I'm like, Kelrick, go in the pot.
thank you.
Wait, what?
I can't. One of us has to do this. And I know you have to go potty, puppy. So, get it out. And I'm just gonna hold you over it and close my eyes. Shaking you a little bit. Get it out. Get it out. I can't have you shit in my expensive purse.
No.
It's a rental.
Just a second. You hear like a tiny piddle?
Is that all you got? Is that all you got, boy?
No,
I
it's
should
just
give him a couple
wine.
shakes.
It's just wine.
And then I'm going to stumble backward as I set him down into the desk.
Okay, so that happens.
And then I'm gonna open that drawer and then be like, is there a brush in here? I did not bring my comb.
Are you calling out, like to get the servant to come back into the room?
No, I'm just talking to the dog. I tend to talk to my dog.
Okay.
The dog sniffs around the room and doesn't look at Layla. Anything but looking at Layla.
Snow, I opened the desk.
Is-
Was there anything in there
is-
for a comb?
Oh, you're gonna start digging around?
No, I just like casually backed into the desk after
Okay.
putting the
The,
dog down in disgust mostly from the dog wee smell.
The desk itself, the first drawer is there's no comb, but that middle drawer that Kelliker is scratching at, what is locked. You can't open it.
Oh.
Does the smell of the other person get stronger anywhere else in the room?
Make another perception check for me.
Oh.
Poor Calric.
This is the worst party ever. Like everything results in just embarrassed Kelric.
Oh. The
Uh,
worst possible outcome for this party is an embarrassed Kelric. You're right. I'm just trying to break him.
every part of it. Every part of it.
Wait, so what kind of dog are you supposed to be right
13.
now?
It's like
A
a little
first
rat
dog.
terrier. You're like a little rat terrier,
Oh, okay.
is what you said. Sniffing around the room really quickly, Kellerick, you the smell seems to be stronger above you, like directly above you. So up.
Okay, so Kelric's going to do his best impression of a dog, which is very convincing, by the way.
Yeah,
And, like-
considering you're a physical dog.
Well, because I was acting out on dog-like earlier. So I'm going to go and move over to Layla and go underneath the desk, and then get up on my hind feet and point up with one foot.
Okay.
And
Keller's,
whine.
Keller's pawing at the ceiling.
Can I try to interpret that?
Make an animal handling check.
Give yourself
11.
the thing. Give yourself a thing. Guidance or whatever.
I mean, then I would cast a spell, but all right, nobody's looking.
The dog is pawing toward the ceiling.
Okay, I'm gonna add a d4. Slash roll 1d4.
Please get a 4.
Slash roll 1d4. It's 4.
Okay.
So 15.
Your best interpretation, he's pawing up toward the ceiling.
Oh. I guess I got an idea. Hey, Kelric, are you pointing at something in particular? Okay. I'm gonna cast silence in the room.
Okay. The room goes silent.
And I'm gonna start picking the lock.
Oh my gosh.
On the desk?
Yeah. Do I have a thieves' tools? No, I have a forgery kit. I don't have a thing to pick the lock. I'm gonna try to smash the desk open.
Oh no!
Kelric puts
Property
his muzzle
damage.
over his eyes again. He sees nothing.
Okay. Hang on a second.
Can't
What
just
are you
be
smashing the desk
destroying
open with?
Rich people's
Well-
house.
Let me see.
Chair.
This lasts up to 10 minutes. Okay, I'm just gonna. Well,
How big is this desk?
It's a big, heavy, oaken desk.
okay.
If I
Question there.
turn back into myself,
In the drawer, you'll explode it open.
You'd have to get into the drawer,
no, I mean
which
since
is
I'm
locked.
under the desk. So if
Uh-huh.
I turned into myself, would the desk move?
It would probably move, yeah.
Okay.
It probably weighs a few hundred pounds. It's a big, heavy, dark wood,
No,
oaken
I'm not
desk.
trying to smash anything. I'm just trying to stay not
Oh.
visible to whatever I think is on the ceiling.
Crap. Takesy backsies. I don't have any weapons to smash it open with. They're all in Kelric.
Oh, call me! Call me!
Call me
Well,
in the silence.
Tag me in, Layla.
okay. I guess I'm gonna. Do we still have those message things?
You're in silence.
This is a
Oh.
good choice because Chris is very proficient at smashing things.
Good at
I
smashing.
wouldn't choose anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, you could call your handy dandy rogue.
Oh, yeah, that'd probably be better.
Oh my god!
Alright.
Call your rogue!
Well,
I mean,
Yeah,
it would.
The whole
Kelric's
calling.
Kelric's gonna turn back into Kelric.
Okay.
And then sign, cause we've been picking up stuff from Nat, yeah?
You have.
I attempt to sign invisible to Layla. Like spelling it out. Because I don't.
Okay, Kelric starts waving his hands around. Kelric bamps back into Kelric and
Ow.
starts waving his hands around at you frantically.
Yeah. Give me my mace. give me my
all
mace.
of the weapons like clang out onto the floor.
In
With no
silence.
sound.
In silence.
I would like to smash the desk now.
Oh no.
Oh. Well,
R.I.P.
Make an athletics check.
Actually, I'm gonna tell Kelric.
I can't hear anything.
I'm just gonna do this. And then I'm gonna walk.
Kelric,
there a
can
window?
I play?
In this room, no. There's no windows on the first floor of the structure at all.
That's weird. I'm gonna take a step out of the room.
I'm staying put.
Okay. So you open the door. There's a servant waiting patiently on the other side. She smiles and nods at you.
Knocking out.
And then I'm going to tell her. Oh, just a second. And then I'm gonna go back in, I guess, get the stupid thing, because I guess she wants the chamber pot. I don't know.
Okay. So you go back in and get the chamber cot. Come back out.
And I hand it to her, and then I'm like,
She takes it, and she's
didn't
like,
go well.
Are you finished?
Yeah.
I can escort you back to the party then.
Yes, please.
And she looks around. Where's your dog?
The damn thing ran off. I need to find him, actually.
Well, he has to still be in that room. He hasn't come past me. And she starts to like move into the room. I'll help you look for him.
Okay. Help me look for him.
Okay, she follows you into the room, which is still in silence, and Kelric is standing in the middle of the room.
No, I'm under the desk.
She's under the desk. He's under the
Oh,
desk.
okay, make a stealth check, Kelric.
With advantage, because I'm just sitting there in silence.
No, just a stealth check. Because of the silence? Yeah, because she can't hear you like breathing. Sure, I'll give you advantage.
What the hell? I don't even know I'm walking in. Some random person broke in the party.
Shit.
Oh.
14. Let's see if she notices you.
Alright, well, if she doesn't, I got other ideas. I don't think my god's gonna love me anymore.
Layer, token layer. Okay, let me get a character sheet open for her.
Gonna eat a turkey.
Perception. She got an 11. So she doesn't notice Kelric, but she goes into the room and starts hunting for your dog.
Oh! And then
and
I'm
she
gonna say, I'm gonna just
Turns
touch
around
her.
and looks at you and tries to say something, and then realizes there's no sound coming out, and like looks down confused.
And then I start panicking because there's no sound. And I'm just like, I saw him run over there, and he ran out the door, but I'm like pantomiming because.
She's pointing at her mouth and then yelling.
And then I'm doing the same thing, and I'm like, why
Make a
can't you hear me?
deception check.
Got it.
What are you
do I
doing?
still have the? How long does guidance last? I guess not.
It's literally the next roll.
Oh well, let's see. 23.
Okay, she runs out of the room.
Wow.
And I'm like, what just happened in there? And I saw him run.
So you ran out of the room with her?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you follow her out, when you guys get out of the room, you can hear her start to yell for the guard.
Okay.
She's like, "God! House guard! There's something terrible going on! There's a sound in this room! Quickly!"
I wanna use message really quick. So
You know, you could just drop the silence spell anytime you wanted.
no, I can't.
Yes, you can.
It says
You
for
could
10
just
minutes.
concentration up to 10 minutes. You could
Oh,
just
God
choose not
damn
to
it!
concentrate on it, and it goes away.
Well, I didn't know that. Thank you for informing me.
No.
Uh-oh.
If I would have
God.
known that, I would have just talked to Kelric when he became a person. Anyway, I'm gonna drop the silence spell because apparently
just
that's a
doing a
thing
dance.
I need to do.
Okay, I don't even know what you cast it.
Well, I think it was to keep people from hearing when she
Me
smashed
smash the
desk.
desk! But then everyone's like, oh, by the way, we have other people that would be skilled. And I'm like, you're right. I need to send them a message. So I walk outside because it's silenced in there.
Okay. So you drop the spell. The guards are coming.
Alright.
Kelric is still under the desk.
Kelric. Does Kelric hear the guards call?
Now, yes, you can hear. So Kelric, suddenly you can hear, and the guards are being called.
Wait,
Run,
wait,
Kelric, run!
wait, hold on.
Turn
I'm
to a
sorry,
dog.
I dropped off for a second. How loud are the guards?
The rest of, I think everybody in the house actually probably hears the servant girl screaming for the guards.
Oh no, what did they do now?
I'm gonna run towards the commotion. 'Cause
Can I hear it
that's
outside?
what you do.
Or
Probably not outside, but anybody in the house can.
Oh.
I guess I'll use message to tell them, there's a locked door and probably we're fucked. Cavern's blown. Might want to run.
Wait,
I need to read a thing.
oh.
I'll tell you it's like the study and give you general directions, but yeah.
You're just gonna start smoothing over. I'm just gonna start dancing towards the sun.
I'm
Where
going
you
to.
going, Buster? Jordan, if you're gonna wander off like through the party, are you trying to slip away?
Oh no, I wasn't trying to slip away. I was just looking for a different entrance into the house.
I'm gonna.
Okay. Well,
I'm
then,
gonna-
if you want to start exploring the house, like looking around the outside of it without somebody noticing you, you need to make a stealth check.
Oh,
Can I
okay.
cast enhance ability?
Can.
I'd like to give myself the bull's strength and try and rip the drawer out.
Is that like okay?
Okay. Okay. Make an athletics check, and then we're gonna roll initiative so I can track everything.
cool.
Do I still need to make a stealth check?
If you want to slip away from the party, like step away from everybody, yes.
Yeah, I think that would be helpful.
Without them noticing you. Otherwise, somebody's gonna notice you walking, like wandering around in the garden.
17.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, and then Kelric, you're not a dog anymore. Let me get your actual token in the room here.
You'll want to keep the dog one, just to heads
Handy.
Well,
up.
it's there. I can pull it out anytime I need it.
Okay.
Okay. So the
Oh,
commoner,
we can roll initiative, Denny. Oh, we do? Yeah.
the
Good.
guards.
I haven't done
Yeah,
anything.
because there's a lot happening all at once. I want to be able to keep track of it.
All right.
That's the only reason. We're not in combat. This will make it easier for me to track everything. That guy.
And where is yours? This one? Yeah.
That guy. And the nobles.
Thank you.
Okay. Joyden, commoners, Layla. Guards. Chris, Victoro, Amelia, Rachel. I think the only person I don't know, I have Denny. Who am I missing?
Yeah.
Joyden.
At the top.
Oh, I have you. Who am I missing? Is it Calric? It's Calric. What was your initiative?
Oh, brain. Sorry. Oh,
Hopefully, quick.
the token.
I got it. What was it?
22.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh.
All right, Calric, you rip the drawer out of the desk, and the room, there's a noise, and the room begins to fill with a green gas. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh. Ah!
Do I get to see what's in the drawer at least?
Yeah, as soon as we take care of this.
Oh, that's a
Also, you
fast
should be
acting gas.
You should be at full hit points.
No.
Because I don't believe he hasn't fought recently.
Okay. Constitution, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh no. Can I use my inspiration for this?
You want to?
Yes, please.
That's not too bad. You still fail.
No!
You're gonna take 14 points of poison damage.
Okay. Oh.
And 23 points of acid damage.
Well, I'm down.
No!
So you rip the drawer open. A cloud of green smoke into your face. The room begins to fill, and Keller passes out.
What is it?
You didn't get to see because you were unconscious.
Nothing acts that quickly.
If you inhale a lungful.
37 points of damage. Yes, you're just whack unconscious.
Whoops. Didn't hold your breath or anything.
Where even is Rachel?
I was trying to dance my way to the cellar as inconspicuously as possible.
Okay. Do you know where the cellar door is in relation to you? It is outside. The one you saw when you were out scouting around the place, it's out over here outside.
Okay, I'm going that way then.
Okay, so you could go ahead and move 60 feet.
Okay, I'll move towards that direction. Let me just clean my fingers.
Everybody else is starting to rush north of you, in this direction. So there's a moment of commotion and confusion as you begin to move away.
Oh, I'm going with you guys, of course.
So you just see a room full of guards and Layla, and you can hear like the gas leaking in this other room.
Oh gosh.
These stairs go up.
I'm trying to go up the stairs. I can't see them.
These stairs, they go up. So if you want to go to the basement, that's the wrong direction.
Oh.
Wait, does the whole room fill with gas?
The room you're in, yes.
Does that mean whatever's on the ceiling had to breathe it in too?
You on her turn.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah, so you slip into a side, like you push your way through the crowd into this back room of this what is it? This room is C9. I need to open up the Castle Lantern Villa map. Rawlhund Villa, Castle Lantern Villa, C9. It's a dining room. Dozens of chairs surround a beautifully carved dining table in the middle of the room. The table is set with golden plates, utensils, goblets, candlesticks, silk napkins added to the display. The table here is has been converted. Oh no, it's during Founders Day. So during Founders Day, the table is converted into a card table. There's 10 wealthy nobles sitting around playing a stakes of 3 dragon ante. So there's a bunch of people sitting around playing cards, but they're confused by the commotion and have begun to stand up to sort of head in the direction you're coming from. Okay, that's 50 feet to get to there.
Okay.
and you're gonna open up that door, and that'll pretty much be your turn.
Okay.
It opens up into a small like hallway. That's a kitchen. There's chefs running around. People have dropped platters. There's a servant girl in the corner scrubbing dishes. There's food laying around. There's a rotund, red-faced man in a tall white hat barking orders. And as you come crashing in, they all kind of stop and look at you. There is a set of stairs at the back of the room that lead down. But that's your turn, so that's as far as you're gonna get.
Okay.
Danny.
Oh, it's your turn. My turn. We've been at this party for like 5 minutes and already.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can I do my enthralling performance and try and distract away from whatever madness is happening in the next room?
I know you started it earlier because you posted in the chat. And you were playing the harpsichord, right? You were playing. So you've been doing it for a while.
I want to make a distraction.
Because it takes a minute? Yeah, you have to be doing it for at least a minute. Yeah, you've been playing for a while. You can charm creatures up to your charisma modifier.
That is... What is it? 4.
4? So there are 3... there's 4 people in the room with you right now. 3 random nobles and a servant.
Oh, I'm sure whatever snafu is happening over there will be completely taken care of by the staff. Oh, yes. We shouldn't let it ruin our great time. Somebody probably just pooped out.
Buster, you're not there. You danced in the other room.
Oh, yeah, I'm not here.
Okay, so they need to make... The 4 people in the room with you need to make charisma saves. 1, 2, 3, 4... I got a 12, a 1, an 8, and a 15. So the servant is not charmed. They're looking at you confused and terrified. But the 3 nobles are enthralled by your performance. So they're charmed by you. They consider you quite a friend. And when you stop playing, they seem a bit disappointed and needy, almost goading you toward playing again. The nobles are just gonna hang out. Victoro comes rushing into the room with you and the guards. Layla looks around the room confused and is like,
love you.
What is going on? Someone broken into my desk. The trap has been triggered. Oh, that one contains my ledgers. He's obviously upset, and he's like, guards, as soon as this gas clears, get in there, do something about it. He starts circling his way to the back.
The room. I was trying to, and then it went silent, and I can't find my dog anywhere.
Oh.
So, Chris, you're unaware of any of this. So you just want to ask this woman about her.
Yeah, I want to see if she has like some nice swords or something, because she's like a.
And she says, "Oh well, I keep my actual blades in the house, locked away so the children don't get them. Of course, these are just practice rapiers. But if you're something of a swordsman, I would be glad to take you inside and show them to you."
Chris, I just like put my hands on her.
I have one in particular that is quite bejeweled, a rose, a ruby carved in the shape of a rose in the hilt. I think you'll quite like it.
I wish I had someone like you in our house who didn't insist on giving our children terrible, dangerous weapons. But yeah,
well, she says, "Oh well, you know, when they come of an appropriate age, I'm sure. But what are their names? Little Elza, and Terrenzo. They're 3 and 4. They're not old enough to learn yet."
Oh, okay.
But come, yes, we can go. Let us retire. And the noble, like the servant, finishes shrugging her out of the fencing jacket. And she starts making her way over toward the house.
Cool.
So she gets to there.
Some fancy.
So she'll take you in the house to show you her swords. Okay, Constitution saving throw for the person on the ceiling. Get her character sheet open.
This is a mess as usual. I don't know why I expected anything else.
1.
It's a fun mess. No. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a good mess, but
Is she resistant to anything?
mess nonetheless. Bless this mess. Bless this mess.
Where the hell did her character sheet go? There it is. Oh, I popped it out. Is she resistant to anything? No. So she takes half damage. And I'm just gonna use the damage I rolled, 27.
She hot.
What's 27 divided in half? 15? No,
13.
13?
Yeah.
Cool. So,
I swear to God.
I'm gonna.
Layla,
Wait, did you say 30? Did you say 37?
27.
Oh, I'm sorry. 8.
Layla, can you make a perception check for me?
Yeah. What were your? Did you say 37? Because if that's the case, it's more.
37, yeah.
Oh, well then it's more than 15.
18.
It's 18.
Okay.
Perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
She has advantage on this because she's invisible. Ooh. Something brushes past you.
Can I
You can, in fact, I think
grab
in
it?
the cloud, in the thick, like, green cloud, you can see, like, a figure, a shape, almost like an outline, brush through the gas. You hear a slight cough, and then you can feel, though you cannot see, somebody brush past you as they go past the door.
Can I grab onto it as it goes past me?
Make an athletics check?
Okay.
Everything around us.
Athletics check.
No,
No, Shelly.
we're in the black lodge.
Okay, you grab out, but do not feel anything. Like, as you reach out in front of you and snatch, there's nothing there. The gas begins to subside,
Do I
and
get
the
my
guards,
turn now?
the house guards, begin to. It's the invisible person's turn, so you
Oh.
can't see them on the turn order. But so the gas begins to subside. The guards begin to move up toward the door, and
I'm standing in the way, by the way.
you're standing next to the door.
Okay.
So the two guards that have come, these nobles come into the room, all curious and shit. And then, yes, it's your turn.
I'm gonna yell into the room. Oh, it's Kelly! Sweet Kelly, where are you? And then after I yell into the room at second level, I'm going to run into the room, frantic, trying to find my dog.
Can you make a sleight of hand check?
It's verbal, but yeah.
So, but are there somatic components to the spell?
Just verbal.
Just verbal?
Hmm?
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check.
Well, I'm proficient in this.
Okay.
14.
Well, that'll definitely fool the guards, but will it fool Victoro? Okay.
Sweet Kelly.
Yeah, so you rush in the room. I assume you're Hill and Kellerick.
Yeah. Kelly, where are you?
All right.
I don't see you. I'm gonna stand like in the way so that nobody can see him and just be like, "Are you dead? Where are you?"
Let me open the door, and then Kellerick, you get 13 hit points back. So you wake up.
But do I see the thing?
You're on the floor behind the desk, and Layla's standing over you, like yelling frantically.
Trying to find you, which I don't see you. Wink, wink.
And you can hear Victoro in the background go, "Oh dear, the dog isn't worth it. It's quite a nasty poison. Come out of there."
No, you don't understand. The dog is my life. I paid so much money for him.
No.
He's one of a kind.
God, you get in there and deal with this.
And I'm just gonna be like, please.
It's a bonsai dog.
I don't see him. I don't see him anywhere.
Okay.
Oh.
The commoner's turn. They're done what they're gonna do. Joyden, you snuck off.
Yep.
So further back in the in the garden. There's a couple things you can see. There's a small maze and several statues and lots of black crows that stand down and look at you. To the back of this direction, you can see just barely through the like tangles of the garden. You can see what looks like a guest house, and over this way you can see what looks like a stable.
Gotcha.
Here you can actually see a set of stairs that go up the side of the house.
It goes up.
And then there's a
Okay.
side door directly in front of it.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna check the side door, see if it's open.
Yeah, it's unlocked.
All right, cool. Do I know if there's any commotion? Can I hear it from this side or like
Make
from
a
the side
perception check. There's a lot of shouting going on, so maybe.
Where's my? Oh, close my sheet. Is there a way that I could just do like /R perception?
You can make buttons like I do, but it
13?
takes a bit of messing around. 13, you don't hear shit. Yeah, the
Okay.
house is too thick. But you can open that door if you want.
Cool. I won't. I'm gonna go up the stairs.
Okay, so it goes up to C25A. Where the fuck is that? 15. I mean, you guys didn't even go to the fucking second floor of this house. So it puts you on the balcony that wraps around the house. Grab you
Okay.
and throw you on this balcony. Boop. So there's a balcony here that wraps around the top floor or the second floor of the house. It's 3-story.
Oh my god.
Can I open it?
Yeah.
Awesome. I don't know how to open doors from my end. Thank you.
That'll be as far as you're gonna get to go.
Okay.
So go move your token back one for me.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And then let me. So in here there is an old man, a little old man with prefectory's robes on, so like school teacher's robes on, and a snot-nosed like bratty looking rich girl. And the old man is like reading to her from a book, and she's playing with the dolls. So it's like a babysitter. And he looks up at you startled. Oh, I'm sorry, the party is downstairs. Yes.
Oh, my apologies. I got lost. I was exploring the garden and taking in the scenery. I will leave you to it.
He points at the door at the far end of the room. If you take that door out that way, it goes into the dancing hall. You may see some dancing taking place there.
Oh, excellent. I'll check it out. So,
To
to
the south.
room. Okay.
Yeah, he's letting you pass through.
Gotcha.
Calric.
Okay, Kelric is going to A, cast guidance on himself, and B, use a bonus action to turn back into a dog and do my best I'm so hurt impression.
Wait, before you.
Baby.
Okay.
Oh wait, actually wait, first. What's in the drawer? What's in the fucking drawer?
Make a perception check.
Okay, this is me, not a dog. Yay!
There's a small stack of ledgers on top of which is a long sort of about a 2.5-foot long rectangular box.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to pick up the drawer and turn into a dog.
Just the whole drawer.
I mean, you'd have to take the drawer. You ripped the drawer open and broke the lock, but you'd have to take the drawer out of the desk.
Oh, okay. Well, then can I take the
It would
the
just
right-
take some doing. It would be easier probably to pick up the box.
Yeah, no, I'll take the box and turn to a dog and do my best. Woe is me! It hurts so much. Lots
Okay.
of whining and
Calric
whimpering and being as little as
Crawls over to the
possible.
drawer, looks in, paws around for a second, grabs something, and then turns back into a dog.
Aww.
Oh, Kelly! Oh, you look
And
awful! Somebody get my Kelly! Oh, guards, please help me with my Kelly!
okay, Curtis, it's your turn.
I guess I'll keep playing, but how does it actually?
You cut out. How does what?
I think you can.
What are we doing?
Is it Rachel's turn?
No, it's Denny's turn.
But where were you?
I haven't gotten back around yet. Like, it's Denny's turn, then the Noble's turn, then Victoria's turn, then Chris's turn, then Invisible Person's turn. Like, I haven't gotten back around to Denny yet.
No, I think Rachel was first before Denny.
Oh, Rachel. Okay, well, yes, then Rachel, go ahead and take your turn.
I'm sorry. No,
No, you're right. It's because I meant to skip somebody else because I moved her already. So yeah, go ahead and take your turn, Rachel.
what you gonna do?
This room is full of people. There are cooks and servants in here. Like, they see you. I just want to make that clear.
Guys, there's a fire. You need to run out. Uh-oh.
Make a deception check.
Here I go. Anything there? I'm gonna do advantage because I look crazy. Yay.
Only getting every other syllable of what you're saying. So you start yelling about a fire, and they look around confused, not sure what to do. So yeah, and I guess the chef and his two assistants and the servant girl who's washing, they begin to shuffle their way out of the room, sort of confused. There's a lot of shouting. This dragonborn came in and said there was a fire, so they start to filter out, leaving you in the room alone.
Just keep dancing. Buster. I'm trying to find my way down the cellar. Down
When you
here?
when you get to the stairs, one of the knives on the wall off the wall and stabs into the wall next to you.
Fuck is that?
And then you can see it start to, like, with no hands, start to wedge itself back and forth and, like, start to pull itself out of the wall. And then as you look around the room, the other utensils, like a pot floats off the wall, and then a big meat fork, and then the meat cleaver over in the corner works itself up out of the cutting board, and the cutlery in the room begins to come to life.
Oh my gosh!
For fuck's sake.
It's like an evil Beauty and the Beast.
Oh no.
Let me get all these guys. Let me roll initiative for these guys.
Oh jeez.
Holy
Oh,
crap!
Rest in peace.
No. This whole house is haunted. This house sucks.
I'm pretty sure the hosts are vampires.
It's still your turn,
so-
Rachel. So what do you want to do? They're out in the sun, Chris.
Well, but they look spooky, like
We're supposed to be
vampires. They look like they sit inside all day.
So it's your action to convince everybody to leave, and then as you try to go down the stairs, a bunch of cutlery comes to life in the room with you. So what do you want to do, Rachel? Do you still want to keep trying to go down the stairs?
Well, I mean, like, the door isn't locked, is it?
There's no door. You can see your way down. There's just, like, I mean, you can see it on the screen. There's just, like, a lot of flying cutlery in the room now.
Alright, I'll fucking book.
So you're gonna try to run out, like, down the stairs?
Yeah, I want to
Okay,
get.
you're gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. 5 attacks of opportunity.
Oh,
Oh shit!
So you're literally just harried by animated knives and like butcher knives and a meat cleaver and a pot and a ladle and a meat fork, and they're just all pummeling at you at the same time.
what are these doing?
22, one hit. What's your AC?
It's very, very high.
Okay, but like, what is it actually?
10. It's fucking 10.
Okay, so 2 hits. A miss. That's 4. Miss. Oh, only 2 hits. Yeah, you only take 12 points of damage.
That's really not as bad as I thought.
I mean, it's only like half your hit points.
But yeah, that was 5 attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad, yeah. So you go rushing down the stairs. The butcher knife flies across the room, but the blade part doesn't hit you. Instead, the handle clips you on the side of the head. You dodge out of the way of a meat fork, which plants itself into the wall next to you at about groin level. You got to tuck, jump, and roll as a pot crashes down. And as you come back up, the only thing that really gets you good is the ladle thunk, hit you on the back of the head. And you're rushing down the stairs, but you can hear the cutler like swarming and clacking and following you down the stairs. So let me kick you into the basement as soon as I remember where it is. Upper floor, lower floor. Here it is, way down here.
Party.
Grab you.
Party.
Move you here. There you go. So you come out into, I think this is the wines.
Yes.
Let me just perma open.
Why?
Boy. C26. It's a study. Wait, this is the cellar, yes. Yeah, okay, it's a big study. The walls are lined with bookshelves packed with thick tomes. A grimoire with a red leather cover sits on the desk, carved from dark oak. A ladder leads up to a trap door in the ceiling. There are bookshelves and the desk and a big red book and lots of ways to go in different directions. And at the far end of the room, sort of on your left, is a trap door that leads up. That'll be you, though. Who next? Now it's Denny. Oh, also the group of you in this room, which is Layla and Kelrick, hear a sudden horrible clatter coming from this way and see a bunch of servants come running out of the room, along with a bunch of nobles who are throwing cards and fleeing.
It's not my turn, so I'll hold on to that.
Yeah. But it's Curtis's turn.
Can I play louder to be more of a distraction?
You could certainly try.
Yeah.
You're not sure how distracting you're to be, considering just like people running around and yelling and people in armor stomping around.
All right. Well, I'll try and play over the commotion then. I can panic. Yeah.
Okay. The group of people you have enthralled are very into it.
Yay. The panic is just going on around here.
Victoro rushes into the room behind you, disgusted with his guards having not done anything at this point.
You're so brave!
And Layla, you see him, he wears rings on like every finger, including his thumb. And you see him like make a grasp with his hand, like he twists and closes his fist, and all of the mist, the green fog that's still clinging in the room, like and sucks into an emerald ring that he wears on his pinky finger and is gone. He goes, there, that's much better. Now,
Oh.
and he looks down. What in bloody hell happened to my desk? And that'll be his turn.
well, I got ideas.
Bunch of nobles are wandering this way. Chris,
Yep.
it's your turn.
We're still gonna go look at the fancy swords, right?
Sure.
I don't know what else is going on in this. Did
Okay.
anybody run out here?
Not yet, no.
Okay, yeah, still gonna go look at some fancy swords.
Okay, so she'll lead you into the house. At this point, like as you get into the house, you start hearing the crashing and the banging and the shouting, like commotion,
Oh,
and
goodness.
confusion. Invisible person. Where'd she go? So what path is she gonna follow? Curtis, as you're sitting there playing the piano, can you make a perception check for me? We can use your passive perception if you'd rather.
I don't know if there's a.
Yeah, there's a passive perception score. Doesn't matter either way. I got a 25. You don't notice. So they vanish into the night. I don't have to worry about them anymore. Which makes it Layla's turn. Victorio is very upset.
Victoro! And then I'm
About
gonna
it,
call.
this.
I'm gonna say, guards! Somebody brushed past me. As I ran into the room. I don't know.
It's not really a lie. You're just trying
Yeah.
to misdirect attention.
Well, that, and then I'm gonna like talk to Victoro and tell him, hey, I was trying to do this thing that's unspeakable in presence of a man of your stature, and
Fill a bucket with some dog.
and then the room got like I set the dog down to do my thing. The dog disappeared. I went and got some help from the servant girl. We went in there and it went silent, and we couldn't talk to each other. And then the dog disappeared, and then someone walked past me, but I couldn't see them.
Oh no!
Make a deception check for me.
Fuck. I'm gonna use my inspiration just in case.
Sure.
So I can roll with advantage. Am I gonna need it? Well, 18, I guess.
Oh shit! I rolled a 2 plus his 7 gives him a 9.
Awesome.
Wow.
Damn, because I had like a whole plan of what terrible thing he was gonna do to you next.
He's like, suck my blood. This guy's obviously a vampire. Look at that beard.
She's shouting guards. There must be an invisible intruder in the house. Spread out, fan out, search the area. No one leaves.
And I felt like a brush when I was in the doorway, and then I tried to reach out, and
If I had had advantage, I would have rolled a 23.
yeah, well, you don't have advantage,
Hey,
so.
I don't. Commoners, the array of various cutlery is gonna chase Buster down the stairs.
Uh-oh. No. Alone, I'm not.
Luckily, it's narrow enough that only one of them can get to you at a time.
Yay!
So only one of them is going to try to stab you. This time it's the meat fork. Meat fork. Oh, 15 for 4 points of piercing damage.
Get away from my ball!
So you took 7 on the last turn, and then you took 4. No, you took 12 on the last turn, right? What did you take last turn? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then you took 4. Buster is at 14 hit points. Joyden?
I'm at the direction of this older man and older man. I don't know which matters. I'm gonna go through this door to go to the.
Yeah, it opens up into a big ass dance hall. Just like you said it would. Let me see. That is.
So this is still upstairs.
Yep. It's a ballroom. This elegant ballroom contains the following noteworthy features. In the center stands an eerie, human-shaped, wooden cloth mannequin with a painted face. It is dressed as a ballroom dancer, though is standing idly still. The polished marble floor is dazzling mosaic that depicts a silver chalice with the image of a golden sun on the outside. You recognize this is similar to the depictions for the goddess Semaphore downstairs. Gilded mirrors and handsome tapestries festoon the walls. Along the west wall, windows with crimson drapes stretch from floor to ceiling.
Oh boy.
It's a big fancy room.
Awesome. I want to sneak this way. Those stairs go down.
Yes.
What's...
That is a banquet hall. So it's the other dining room is more private. This is the only piece of furniture in this expansive hall is a long wooden dining table. It has the room that you're in currently. No, the room is outfitted with dozens of chairs, and the table is filled with food. About a half a dozen party guests are sitting around eating. Make a perception check for me.
Sure. 11.
Okay, one of the women sitting at the table eating just gives you like a really weird look of like recognition.
Okay.
Like she sort of cocks her head to the side, like you don't recognize her at all, but she gives you this look like what are you doing here? But not like, hey you, what are you doing here? But like, what is this person I know doing in this place? But you don't recognize her.
They're not being net.
It's like when you bump into somebody. It's like when you bump into somebody at the grocery store, and it takes you a second to realize who they are, and then you're like, "Oh, this is just. I'm just not used to seeing this person in this context." She gives you that look.
Yeah.
I stare back and try to recognize and see, but I don't.
You don't recognize her at all.
Yeah, I don't approach her, so I'm just.
She recognizes you, but you don't recognize her.
Yeah, I'm just going to continue to walk around. So I imagine this as far as I can get.
She's leading. Okay, Rachel, you're being attacked by a meat fork. Like a carving fork.
Get away from me.
And you can see like a pot rolls to the bottom of the stairs and then like floats up, and then behind it, banging into it, comes a butcher knife that like bounces and careens off the walls. The cutlery is chasing you into the basement.
I want to go up the trap door.
Okay. The cutlery stabs at you as you move away from it. 5 points of piercing damage. As you get stabbed again by the meat fork, so you're limping a little bit. You have to pull the meat fork out of the back of your leg, and then you start to scramble up and it goes, instead of going up to the next floor, it actually opens up into like a tunnel that leads up, and then there's a hatch at the top of it that you throw open, and I gotta look at where it actually opens up. You're in 26.
What cheeks?
I think it goes into the attic somewhere.
Attic. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it goes up into the attic.
I love me some attics.
Which is way the fuck up there. Okay, let me grab your token.
Joke's on them. They just gave her a weapon.
Yeah. She's on her home turf.
Poops you out here. So the trap door opens up. And it's a study very similar to the one downstairs, though there is no big, heavy red book set out, and the shelves seem to be filled with more mundane objects. But there's no cutlery up here, so I assume you just slam the thing down shut.
Yeah, I'm gonna
and then sit on it, and then you can hear all the cutlery, like the pot and pan and the stuff, like stabbing the trap door underneath you. And as you sit down and the door shuts, you realize that the top of the door was covered by a rug. So the door was actually hidden before you opened it up. Curtis.
Hero. Seems
Yeah, this is about what I expected to happen.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
I thought this was gonna go really smooth, and then it
as
just
far as
didn't.
I'm
It never does.
Why would anything ever?
Like last week, everything seemed fine. You guys found the thing. I assumed that Layla would just go get the thief, and the thief would pick the lock and disarm the trap, and then you'd get out with the magic rock. Nope, I'm gonna fucking turn into a regular person, rip this drawer open, get gas off of my face. I'm gonna be over here fighting cutlery. Meanwhile, Curtis is seducing the fucking nobles, and, or whatever he's doing with them. And Chris is just gonna go look at some fancy swords.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
want to see those swords.
From my perspective, everything went silent. The first thing I hear is, Garrick, run!
So yeah, Curtis, what you want to do?
Let's just see it. Let's just.
keep playing.
God, she's playing just tinkle, 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 tinkle on the ivories.
I'm having a great time.
This is all my fault.
From Curtis's perspective, other than some shouting and pots and pans banging around, it's a completely normal party.
I mean, it's still completely normal.
Scooters or any right?
Cleric fucking
I'm
thinks
not texting you anything, so we don't know.
Victoria runs out of the room to go to the invisible person.
I mean, it's not like
Chris,
Yeah.
you can now hear the shouting and the banging and the freaking out, and Amelia looks very confused and flustered.
Oh goodness!
what seems to be the matter.
I hope-
So, what do you want to do, Chris?
I have a feeling that this is my friend's doing. I'd like to apologize in advance for
Oh, so you're saying this to her?
anything that's broken in your house. Yeah.
Okay. Make a persuasion check. Why not?
Oh my god.
She looks at you kind of confused and like cocks her head to the side.
They can get a little rowdy sometimes.
I think again.
Persuasion. Oh, I'm very good at persuasion.
Wow. I didn't know that was possible.
She says,
I've
Yo.
never seen that before.
and like right as you say that, there's a huge like crash, and she flinches, and she goes, "Your friends are responsible for destruction
I
in
mean,
my home."
Oh shit. Uh-oh.
She's clearly annoyed.
I'm very sorry. I don't have a leash on them or anything.
Guards are running
Why did you have to say that, Chris?
I was trying to smooth it over, but I am. Also, I
Layla,
forgot I
your
don't have
deception
any
seems
friends.
to have worked. The guards and Victoria have run off to look for invisible people.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up Kelrick and I'm just gonna like, I don't know, I guess help the guards, or should I think I'm gonna ask Vittorio if I should ask the city watch.
He
for
ran
help.
out of the room.
Can I pick up Kelrick and like go?
Garrick acts floopy. He acts so floopy.
I'm
He
gonna
ran
go to
past
the.
door.
I want to go to the guards here, and I'm gonna tell them.
Those are also house guard.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Then I'm going to go to Victorio and be like, I will go and call for the watch. Or would you like to come, or should I get your guard to talk? You need more help.
He waves you off frustratedly.
Okay.
He goes, then he goes, I forgot to check my desk. If my ledgers are missing, there will be hell to pay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
The ledgers aren't missing.
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna take Kelrick with me, and we're gonna go get like real guard, and then.
Okay. At this point, it's less complicated, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop us out of initiative. You guys are all spread out, but Layla, you're just bolting.
No, I'm going to get guard.
Oh, you're gonna actually go get the guard?
Yes.
Okay. I thought you were just gonna be like, fuck it and go home.
No.
Like, I got Kelrick. As far as I know, we got the thing. I'm fucking
I
leaving.
mean, I might No, probably
Maybe
best if I
don't-
don't drop the dog, but
Okay, so you head out to go
Maybe you should leave with them.
to go find the city guard. What does everybody else do?
Apparently, I'm going to go find the city guard.
I
Yeah,
mean, I
you're-
could drop you if you like frantically claw at me and want to run.
I'm still playing dead.
Okay, how much dead do you have left in you?
I mean, as a dog, I'm full not dead, but I'm doing my best dead impression for the sake that I was in a cloud of gas.
I mean, how long are you gonna stay a dog? Is what happens meaning.
As long as I can.
Okay, so we're gonna go get the guard.
Because no one has seen me in the party yet, so if I turn into myself, then all of a sudden a new person who wasn't there before the ruckus will be there, which will not be good.
Okay,
Also, my
so
dog will be gone.
Layla and
Yes,
Kelrick
also
both
dog.
go get the guard. What's everybody else?
I want to explore this room that I'm in, with the person that's at the bank at the table.
Yeah, she's sitting at like the far end of the table with like 3 other people. And they sort of smile and nod as you. They like, cause you're a woman, the 2 men stand as like you go to sit. They have old archaic manners, it seems. And what the hell is my dog doing? Anyway, he's like on his back with his feet in the air running. Anyway,
Oh,
they're eating. You could pull up a table. There's a banquet set out.
I just stare at the food and make some quip about, oh no, I can't. It would go straight to my thighs.
Yeah, one of the men's like, well, that's not always a bad thing, then, is it, darling?
Oh my god. Oh, you got an ass man.
It's like, oh, well, they do need to grow. So, I'll figure it later.
The woman looks at you and she goes, well, squats are typically the way to go, love. Gotta eat the protein and the carbs and hit the gym regularly, do lots of squats.
Then work my way to splits. Yeah.
What?
What?
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything in particular, or are we just waiting for this to wrap up?
I'm trying to
Your what?
my ass.
Your
Thanks.
ass?
Yeah, stabbed in the hell place.
Where the fuck are you?
Huh?
Oh, there you are. Oh, this is not the attic.
Huh?
This is the attic. I put you in the wrong room.
Oh, way up there. I'm all the way up here. I was
Yeah.
in the basement. Now I'm. What?
Yeah. You
Fancy
climb
house.
it's like a tunnel that goes from the basement to the attic with a ladder. And there's like a secret door that leads to this like dusty old room in the attic.
Oh, I want like as I
I'm only getting like
sitting-
every other syllable. What you're saying? It sounds like like that. That's all I'm hearing.
Okay. So maybe if
I need to remote into your computer and fix your Discord things.
me.
Yeet. That's the last thing I heard was yeet. Browsing the shelf. They're old, uninteresting books. Mostly like out of date history texts. Things that probably contain a lot of incorrect or old information. Anybody else? Chris? Amelia seems very aggravated with you. Chris? Chris, did you die?
Oh, I was muted.
Okay, there
Hi.
we go. What's up? What are you doing?
I like poke my head into this other room. Like,
Okay, Curtis is in there playing away, tickling the ivories.
okay. So things seem fine.
Well, you could tell that the 3 nobles standing around her are like doe-eyed at him, and that's weird because there's other people running around and shouting. There's a lot of crashing and banging coming from this direction, and about the time you look, you see Layla just go rushing out the door, the side door there.
Okay. But I don't see anyone else from our party.
Nope, just Curtis, who's just like sitting there playing the fucking piano.
Okay. I pull my head back in the room and I'm like, oh, I guess it's not their fault this time. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, good.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, she looks furious.
I'm sorry. I didn't invite them here on purpose. This happens. Trouble follows us wherever
Hey!
we go.
Are you throwing us under the rug?
Maybe.
I think she's finding a shovel to dig her own grave with.
I want to see the cool swords.
She's like, well, unfortunately, I think at this point we're gonna have to call the party to a close. Excuse me, I'm going to go find my husband.
Also, I would like for you all to know that I have 7 charisma. I have 7 whole charisma.
She leaves to go find her husband, as she
That's
said
how
she
much
was going to.
charisma I got.
7.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
I want. I'm gonna talk to the guards and tell them that it's an invisible person. Did they feel anything?
There's a robbery. There was an person. Quick.
Did they? Yeah, I was seeing if the front door people felt anything or saw anything.
They did not.
Are the doors just permanently open, or do they open themselves?
People have come in and out. Like a few of the nobles ran out of the. So.
Do I smell the invisible person along the way?
Make a perception check.
Oh! Holy shit.
God.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's they smell like there's a soft feminine smell, but on top of it there's something acrid and harsh, like maybe something you'd use to oil weapons.
Yeah.
While
And
Layla's
you can
talking,
tell they fled out the door that you're currently standing outside of.
Kelrick's gonna like bark and like look in the direction the person went.
Somewhere down the street. They give a general direction, but you know from experience that you'll quickly lose the sentence.
He scrabbles to be put down,
I put him down.
Okay.
and then he runs in the direction. He turns back. He barks a few times, and he waits. Just
Guards!
Fall down the well.
He wants this way. The person's this way. The dog smells him.
They sort of look at each other.
Okay.
They don't say anything. They just sort of exchange glances.
I'm going to get the town guard then.
You're a cleric right, this time, right? Not a paladin?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they don't respond.
Okay. I'll be back.
The clerics have divine sense.
Yes. I think so.
Or is that just a paladin thing?
Let me see. We have something. We have, let's see. Ritual casting, wording flare, disciple of life, channel divinity. We have channel divinity.
I think it's just a paladin thing.
Preserve life and turn undead.
Spellcasting, divine domain.
Hell.
No.
It's just a paladin thing. Okay. They don't respond. Their faces stay blank.
Okay, whatever. I'm gonna follow Kelrick.
Okay. So you take off down the street.
Yeah. How many scrolls of usage should we have? Anybody remember? Okay. Well.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to charm this person that kind of recognized me but didn't. Oh, I mean, but recognized me, but I didn't recognize them.
Sure.
Am I supposed to? Oh wait, you make a saving throw, or they make a saving throw.
Let me find their character sheet. Castle Lantern Villa. room are you in again?
The banquet hall.
See, yeah, they're numbered. Okay. So that is this person. That's not her character sheet. That's her character. Okay, and what is it?
A charmed person. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. Has no effect.
Hmm.
Like it
Okay.
just it's a thing you can detect. Like when you cast the spell, it's not that they like push it away with their force of will or anything like that. It's like the spell doesn't touch them. It just cascades off them like water.
Gotcha. Okay. That's fine. I conversate with them, but then I want to move away towards this door.
Can
Open
you
up
make a wisdom saving throw for?
Sure. Where's my sheet? Oh, I'm not good at these. Got an 8.
Okay. What you thinking?
I'm thinking.
Literally, I get to know what your character's thinking.
I'm I'm thinking. Where
You
are
were
my?
you were suspicious of this woman, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Your character doesn't notice this, but yeah. Okay, and yeah, you can filter your way back out.
Wait. So did you want to know what what I was thinking?
Yeah, I mean, sure, go for it. Other than
Yeah.
being suspicious of her, or are there any other thoughts floating around in your head?
Being suspicious of her, just like just more of a. Maybe I noticed the way that she was looking at me. Should I know you from somewhere? Who knows? It doesn't matter. And then also the fact that I need to find my friends because I haven't heard from them in a while.
Okay. I think you're gonna start heading out.
Yeah, or at least go to this door, like the way that I haven't gone before. Whatever this door is.
So, Layla, you've taken off looking for the disappearing.
Am I the only one that finds it funny that the head of the house goes, "Nobody leaves"?
And everybody leaves. Yeah, he told the guards that, and then a bunch of people left. The guards didn't seem to listen very well.
I also told him I was getting the city guard, so.
I am interested in what Buster is doing.
Okay, well, I don't know if you hear me.
I heard that. I think it's the way you have your like audio set up in Discord that's causing the problem.
Huh.
It's the mic sensitivity, yeah, because you're far away from it. If you get real good, I can hear.
Okay.
Yeah, see?
Okay. So,
I lied to you. I still didn't hear you.
okay. How about now?
Yeah. It's staticky, but yes.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. I want to cast Armor Agatha twice.
Okay, so you cast Armor of Agathis on yourself. I will throw a token on you to remind us of... there you go. Boop!
Okay, and that should give me some temporary hit points back, like 5.
Yeah, it's not hit points additionally. Yes, you get 5 temporary hit points.
Okay. Bonus.
And then you just gotta hang out in this room.
Are there any doors in here?
Yeah, there's a door right here.
Alright, I'm gonna open it.
Sweet. You open the door, let me describe the room, then I'll tell you what happens.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
You are greeted by a wave of incoherent howling. opening the door has broken the dam on something that had been holding back a madman's screams. A figure in the far end of the room, its flesh flayed and burnt, twisted and scarred, is wrapped in head to toe in writhing chains. You see big black chains all around its body. The chains literally seem to swim across its form. And as you come into the room, it rushes forward at you, and we'll take a 5-minute break.
Ah!
Cool.
Oh
No.
my god.
I have to say, this is a great party.
Oh god.
It really is.